Let's begin with a truth you may not even realize you're living. Manifestation is not just about thinking positively or repeating affirmations. It's an intricate dance between your conscious desires and the subconscious programming buried deep within you. And here's the kicker. Sometimes, what's holding you back isn't outside circumstances or bad luck. It's invisible blocks, ones you've unknowingly built yourself. Think about this. Have you ever set your mind on something, worked tirelessly for it, yet felt like you were running in quicksand? That's not coincidence. This is where your subconscious mind, the powerful engine that drives 95% of your daily decisions, comes into play. Imagine trying to drive a car while the handbrake is on. You might press the gas pedal harder, but the friction remains. That's what these blocks are doing to your manifestations. So, how do we begin to uncover these hidden blocks? Start with a simple, yet transformative, exercise. Sit in silence for 10 minutes and observe your thoughts. Don't judge them. Just notice what comes up when you think about your goals. For example, if you want financial freedom, ask yourself, what do I really believe about money? Write down whatever surfaces. Maybe it's, I'll never have enough, or wealth is only for the lucky. These seemingly small beliefs act like anchors, keeping you tethered to your current reality. One powerful method to start breaking these chains is to replace those beliefs. Let's take the example of, I'll never have enough. Every time that thought arises, consciously replace it with, money flows to me effortlessly because I create value. Write it down, say it out loud, and visualize situations where it's true. Over time, your subconscious starts to adapt, just like rewiring a circuit in your brain. But let me ask you this. What happens when you start peeling back those layers and confronting these truths? Are you ready for what you might uncover? Because that's where things get really interesting. Now that we've opened the door to uncovering those hidden blocks, let's take this a step further. The truth is, most of the blocks sabotaging your manifestations stem from one powerful force: fear. Fear isn't always the loud, paralyzing kind. It's often quiet, sneaky, and disguised as doubt, procrastination, or even comfort. But here's something you need to understand. Fear and faith cannot coexist. One will always dominate the other. Let's dive deeper. Think about a goal you've been working toward. Now, ask yourself, what scares me about achieving it? The question might seem strange, but dig in. Are you afraid of the responsibility that comes with success? Afraid of being judged? Or perhaps it's the fear of change itself, the fear of stepping out of the familiar into the unknown. These fears might not feel obvious, but they're there, working in the shadows, shaping your reality. For example, let's say your goal is to build a successful business. You might think, of course, I want this. But if you look closer, maybe there's a fear that success will isolate you from loved ones or consume all your free time. That fear, even if unspoken, can keep you stuck in inaction or self-sabotage. The key here is to name it. Write it down. Bring it into the light where it loses its grip. Here's a practical exercise. Visualize your fear as a character sitting across from you. Maybe it's a critical voice from your past, a symbol of rejection, or even a distorted reflection of yourself. Ask it, why are you here? What are you trying to protect me from? Often, fear is just a misguided attempt to keep you safe. Once you understand its intentions, you can thank it, but let it know you no longer need it to lead your life. And here's where the magic happens. Replace fear with faith. Faith in your ability to handle whatever comes next. Faith that the universe is conspiring in your favor. One way to nurture faith is to act in spite of fear. Take one small step toward your goal today, even if it feels uncomfortable. Remember, fear loses power the moment you step through it. But here's the lingering question. If fear is only one piece of the puzzle, what else might be holding you back? What's lurking in the deeper waters of your subconscious? Keep digging. The answers may surprise you. Let's dig even deeper into the labyrinth of your subconscious mind. You see, fear might be the guard at the gate, but it's not the only force holding you back. There's another layer, a more subtle yet equally powerful block: limiting beliefs. These are the quiet whispers that say, "I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this," or "people like me never succeed." And here's the twist: you often don't even realize they're there. Where do these beliefs come from? Most were planted long before you ever had a choice in the matter. Maybe it was a comment from a teacher when you were a child, a repeated phrase you overheard in your household, or an experience that etched itself into your mind. Over time, these moments built walls in your subconscious, shaping your perception of what's possible. Let's try something practical. Take a moment and think about a major goal you've been struggling to achieve. Write it down. Now, ask yourself this question: what's the story I'm telling myself about why I can't have this? Be brutally honest. Maybe you think you're too old, too inexperienced, or that the opportunity only comes to others, not you. That story, whatever it is your limiting belief. Now comes the powerful part. Challenge it. If your belief is, "I'm not good at this," find evidence to the contrary. Think of a time when you surprised yourself, when you succeeded against the odds. If your belief is, "I don't deserve success," ask yourself, why not? Who said you don't deserve it? Most of the time, you'll find that these beliefs have no real foundation. They're just old tapes playing in your mind. Here's a transformative exercise. Every time you catch a limiting belief creeping in, flip the script. Replace "I can't" with "I'm learning how to." Replace "I'm not enough" with "I'm more than capable." Speak these affirmations out loud, even if it feels strange at first. Why? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between a truth and a well-rehearsed lie. It believes whatever you repeat to it. And let's not forget, your environment plays a role too. Surround yourself with voices that uplift, not undermine. Read books that inspire growth, like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or Atomic Habits by James Clear. Listen to podcasts that challenge your perspective. The more you feed your mind with positivity and possibility, the weaker those limiting beliefs become. But here's the question that might be keeping you up at night. If you can identify and replace limiting beliefs, what other invisible forces are shaping your reality? Could your emotions, the very energy you radiate, be working against your desires? Let's unravel that mystery next. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: emotional alignment. You've likely heard it before. You attract what you feel. But what does that really mean? And, more importantly, how do your emotions secretly sabotage your manifestations? Imagine this. You're planting seeds in a garden, hoping for roses, but every day, you water those seeds with doubt, frustration, and anxiety. What do you think will grow? Certainly not the roses you envisioned. You see, emotions are the fuel of manifestation. Think of them as the signal you're broadcasting to the universe. If your energy is drenched in fear or desperation, you're essentially saying, "I don't trust this will work." And the universe, ever the faithful mirror, reflects that same uncertainty back to you. So how do we realign emotionally? Start with awareness. Pay attention to your emotional state throughout the day. When you think about your goals, what emotions surface? Excitement? Doubt? Frustration? Write it down. Awareness is the first step in regaining control over your emotional energy. Here's a practical exercise to shift your emotions in real time. Let's call it the 3-minute reset. The next time you feel overwhelmed by negativity, pause. Take 3 deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth, as if you're exhaling all that tension. Then, close your eyes and visualize yourself already living your dream. Imagine every detail, the sights, the sounds, the smells. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude as if it's happening now. This isn't just daydreaming, it's rewiring your emotional state. Now, let's address a common trap: emotional suppression. Many people think they need to feel positive all the time to manifest. But here's the truth: you're human. You'll feel anger, sadness, or doubt, and that's okay. The key isn't to suppress these emotions, but to process them. Journaling, for instance, can be a powerful outlet. Write down your frustrations, your fears, your doubts, and then counter them with affirmations or solutions. Let's get specific. Say you're manifesting financial abundance, but every time you think about money, you feel anxious. That anxiety is a block. Instead of ignoring it, confront it. Ask yourself, what's triggering this feeling? Maybe it's an old memory of financial struggle. Acknowledge it, and then shift your focus to gratitude. Think about the money you do have, no matter how small. Gratitude, as many studies have shown, is one of the most effective ways to elevate your emotional vibration. Books like Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks delve deeper into this. They teach the art of reaching for the next best feeling, gradually moving from fear to hope, and from hope to joy. It's not about jumping from despair to euphoria in one leap. It's about progress, one step at a time. But there's a question that lingers, isn't there? If emotions are the driving force, what role does your subconscious programming play? Could it be the hidden master behind everything you manifest, or fail to manifest? Let's uncover that in the next chapter. And now, we arrive at the final, and perhaps most elusive piece of the puzzle: your subconscious programming. Think of your subconscious mind as the silent architect behind the scenes, building your reality based on beliefs you might not even realize you hold. It's like running an operating system on a computer. If the program is outdated or corrupted, no matter how much effort you put in, things just won't work as intended. Let's explore how this plays out in your life. Have you ever tried to manifest something, a new job, financial abundance, or even love, only to feel like you're hitting an invisible wall? That wall is your subconscious programming. If deep down you believe you're not worthy of success, no amount of conscious effort will override that belief. It's like trying to sail a boat while anchoring it to the shore. You'll never move forward. So how do we reprogram the subconscious? It starts with identifying limiting beliefs. Take a moment and reflect. What stories are you telling yourself about why you can't have what you want? Are they phrases like, "Money is the root of all evil," or "I'm not good enough"? Write them down. Yes, physically write them. Seeing these beliefs on paper helps you confront them head-on. Now, let's flip the script. For every limiting belief, craft an empowering affirmation that directly counters it. For example, if your belief is, "I'll never be financially secure," replace it with, "Money flows to me effortlessly because I am deserving of abundance." And here's the secret: repetition is key. The more you repeat these affirmations, especially during moments when your mind is most impressionable, like right before sleep, the more they'll seep into your subconscious. But affirmations alone aren't enough. You need to pair them with action and emotion. Let's say you're working to manifest financial abundance. Every time you pay a bill, instead of feeling stressed, say to yourself, "This payment circulates abundance back to me tenfold." This pairs an intentional action with a positive emotional charge, reinforcing your new belief system. Another powerful tool: visualization, but with a twist. Don't just imagine the end goal. Visualize the process. For example, if you want to manifest a dream home, Don't just picture yourself living in it. Imagine the steps: meeting the realtor, signing the papers, decorating the space. By visualizing the journey, you're training your subconscious to recognize the path as achievable. Let's not forget the role of external influences. Your subconscious is constantly shaped by what you consume: books, media, even the conversations you have. Choose content that aligns with the beliefs you're trying to instill. For example, books like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy or Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill offer actionable insights into transforming your mindset. And here's a practice that might surprise you: meditation. Specifically, guided meditations designed to reprogram the subconscious. Apps like Calm or Insight Timer have thousands of options tailored to your goals, whether it's abundance, confidence, or inner peace. Spend just 10 minutes a day immersing yourself in these meditations, and you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your energy and outlook. But there's still one question lingering, isn't there? If your subconscious is now aligned, how do you sustain this elevated state long-term? Is there a way to ensure you're consistently operating at your highest vibration, attracting everything you desire effortlessly? Well, that's a question we'll leave for another journey, because as you've learned today, every great manifestation begins not with an end, but with a choice to keep growing, evolving, and believing in what's possible.